we'll see what they do. I'm assuming they'll probably tie in the Wonder Man show.
Probably.
You are, in fact, watching The Dorkening.
You're watching The Dorkening. Stay tuned.
For all the geek news everywhere. Dorkening.
And this is The Dorkening. Trust me, I'm smarter than these guys.
Because The Dorkening is the best and most educational entertainment and information source that the Trauma team knows of. It's the best. The Dorkening.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Hey, happy. Oh, what the hell? I hit the wrong button. Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. You're watching Splash Pages. My name is Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. We have an awesome show, as always. We're going to be talking new comics, comic book news, and we have an awesome book of the week, Outcast. And without further ado, the Velvet Joker himself. How's it going, bud?
It's going great. It's your man, Rich Davis, Velvet J. Here again, another Tuesday at the award-winning Splash Pages, a comic book club podcast. And yeah, we are going to talk about this great comic called Outcast. And we have some events coming on this upcoming weekend. We might talk about a little bit, chat it up. And we got some news, of course. Always news, nerd news, always out there. And there's one more guy here tonight. We've still got one missing, unfortunately. Peace out to my man, George Jeremy, wherever you be at, son. But we still got my man right down below me right here, and his name is... Bump, bump.
Hey, Drew. Welcome, nerds. Be here. We got news, a great comic, and you know what? I'm tired. Listen. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. We're gonna kick it off. Hey, Sergio, how's it going? Sean from Massachusetts, how's it going? How's it going?
Peace.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to keep an eye. We also have a bunch of streams going on through this new service called OneStream. It has a separate chat, so I'm gonna try to keep an eye on that. So if I miss anybody, I apologize. But we're going to kick it off this week with a bunch of Henry Cavill news. He is no longer The Witcher. It's, I believe, season 3 is going to be his last, which is the season coming up. He's going to be replaced by, is this Liam Hemsworth?
Yes, it is.
And Henry Cavill is going back to the Boy Scout in blue. Woohoo! You know that's exactly, hopefully, fingers crossed, what we're gonna get. It's he had an interview this week, and I can't remember the quote exactly, but basically, he wants to return to a time where people believe you could fly. And that was the tagline for Christopher Reeve's Superman. You would believe, yeah. He wants to go back to the Boy Scout in blue. The truth and justice, and just hope.
Yeah. Good luck with that malarkey.
What?
I mean, I have to say though, Leo, as good as it is to have him back as Superman. I have to say I feel bad for the Witcher fans. I mean, Henry Cavill is a huge Witcher fan. He was thrilled to be Geralt, and personally, it's my favorite role of his. He just did such a great job, and I'm glad we're getting another season of him as that character. But I mean, Liam has got a tall order to fill, and I don't doubt he's a great actor that he'll do a good job. But I mean, just Geralt. Henry just really embodied Geralt so well. And
now, Drew, not watching that show, is Helmsworth supposed to step into his role, or is he just supposed to be like a brother or a cousin?
I think
we don't know.
I from what I understand, as of right now, it's a complete recast. So he will be Geralt of Rivia. Good luck to him. I'm glad we're getting another season of The Witcher. And yeah, that's all I'll say about that. And hopefully, whatever they do now that Henry Cavill's getting that second chance with Superman, it's good stuff. So that's all I can say.
Facebook user was asking, hello, is there going to be a re-release of Death of Superman comic book? There was a tease, I believe, back in July by Dan Jurgens. I don't think it came out.
No, I mean, the book has been constantly re-released over and over again. I do believe that they did a re-release around the time that they had the animated film. Remember, they had that Death and Return. So I definitely feel that they had it re-released. I mean, it's a very popular book. I mean, say what you will about it, it's still in print to this day. So, Jurgens, who is one of the main contributors of it, including drawing the famous Superman issue 75, which has, as we know, the iconic cover of the cape torn up, flapping in the wind. Yeah, I mean, he made the bank, man. I mean, but he's Dan Jurgens, so he's going to get money regardless.
Well, also, they probably didn't want to. And Jabo, I sent you the link. Please come join us.
Why not?
We love you, Jabo. We love you. So they probably didn't want to confuse it with, we just went through a death and rebirth of Superman in the comics in the current run. So I'm assuming they didn't want to confuse it with that, So I'm assuming, they just finished like the rebirth. So it's hopefully coming months or in the spring.
Yeah,
Sergio, I don't know. I don't have his schedule, so I'm assuming he does. So pop on
So
over there at
maybe
9.
Leo, talking
should
about
definitely ask.
Superman, on the Pluther, I recently got to watch that animated movie, The Super Sons.
How was that?
I was surprised that I enjoyed it so much because I thought it was really well done.
All right. Well, you know what this means now? I got to watch it because I've read the books, and I do think we should review that. We should do a compare and contrast at some point.
Yeah, and I have not read the book, so now I'm super curious.
Oh, absolutely. No, listen. If you get a chance to read the Super Sons story, Peter Tomasi, Patrick Gleason, Dream Team. I've been following them since they were on Green Lantern Corps. Then they did an awesome New 52 Batman run. And then they did this. This was awesome. And again, I'm not the greatest Superman fan, but I really thoroughly enjoyed it because the book, in my opinion, they were kids. And that is very hard to write these days, is a book where teenage superheroes sound like teenagers. They make, so it's definitely worth it, Rich, if you get a chance. Please do.
And I highly suggest you check out the animated because I feel it was worth it too. They did a really solid job.
I've been rebuilding my list of movies to watch. I had about 290 when it was mysteriously. Thanks, Leo. And
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm busting. Like as they say in The Sopranos, hey, I'm busting balls. Okay.
I just want to know, a couple weeks ago, I said it was an amazing movie. You should check it out. But it takes Rich to watch it in order for you to consider it.
Well, Leo, in fairness to Drew, you love everything.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And I am definitely a more discerning nerd. It is what it is.
Guys, this is the 5 pages meme right here. This right here. Right in the middle of this. No, it's not. He's very right, Leo. You really do love a lot. But I'm also Mr. Nice Guy. I mean, so I get it. No, it's just, Leo, you know how it is. It's sometimes I don't like being rushed into things. I like to come to it
I totally
in my own. Like I had to explain yet again to somebody why I do not want to watch Avatar. And I swear to God, I must use my same argument every time, and it still holds up.
Blue People Avatar or the upcoming movie?
The Blue People.
Okay.
No, I'm very excited about the new Avatar based on the Nickelodeon show. No, that I'm very excited. As long as M. Night stays way the fuck away from that, I'm good. Yep. But on to other news.
So if you had not taken a chance, Tales of the Jedi is amazing.
Okay.
I haven't checked it out yet.
So
Disney.
Leo, does this make up for the bad taste Andor left in your mouth?
Fuck Andor! Holy shit! Dude, I cannot stop watching it. It's like I'm a glutton for punishment. Every week I have to. Jabo says, "Shame on you, Rich."
I'm a highbrow nerd. I'm sorry. There's just what I like. You can't stop me, Jabo. You can't stop me ever.
So it's okay. Jabo has like a really bad cough. He says, "quote unquote," I would kill you guys. So it's fine. So
So if you haven't been caught up with Andor, the Imperial officer lost his job and he went to go live with his mom, and he got a office job that his uncle got him in the Empire. So he's in a cubicle now. Cassian Andor took his money from the job and decided to go on vacation, and he got arrested while on vacation. Yes.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is in the Star Wars universe, the Empire is responsible for creating the incels. Because this sounds incel.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeah, he literally he's we don't know where he lives. He's
all
living
the time
with
on his
his mom.
computer, Gabo, just
Dude,
hating
no,
on the rebellion, all of
every
the ladies in the rebellion, all of the people in the rebellion, just everything that's wrong with his life is the rebellion's fault, and the Empire is blameless.
well,
Okay,
exactly.
and then
But
his mom asks, "Do you want chocolate milk with your PB&J?"
actually, every friggin' scene, he's having cereal with blue milk. And they're just eating in the kitchen, and his mom is like berating him, like, why haven't you found a job? And like, why did you modify your clothing? And your collar is
Just
too
another
high.
way for Disney to sell more milk in California and Florida for $15 a glass.
Yep.
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, it's
Tales of the Jedi, good.
yeah, Tales of the Jedi, really good.
Well,
It's
Live the Sith, I agree.
it's 6 really short stories, and
Okay.
they give us a brief look into a character we've known nothing about.
Okay.
That is in the legend stories, but it's what the fuck is her name? Yaddle.
Okay.
So that's another Yoda type character.
Yeah.
I just half expected you to just be counting down the days till something like Ashoka is out, because then you just
Yeah. Well, she's featured in several of the stories, which are pretty good. Other
good.
news is speaking of Cassian Andor, the character Diego Luna is apparently in the running for being Reed Richards.
Okay.
That is, the ridiculous amount of casting rumors that there are for Reed Richards, Mephisto. It all just seems so silly sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny because so much of that I think they just put out because they want it. It's literally like dipping hooks in water. Like at one point they were talking about Kiki Palmer being Rogue, and me,
Right.
I don't give a fuck. I was like, if you are a great actress and you do justice to the character, I do not give a shit what race you are. I don't care what mentality. Like, just do the character justice. And she dressed as Rogue for Halloween, and I gotta say, I saw some of the photos. I was like, if you are Rogue, I'm not gonna complain. You know what I mean? Because she looked great. She had, the hair, the jacket, the outfit, and everything. I was like, okay, cool. I'm sold. Like, if you end up not a problem to me. Like, I really do not care.
Well, I saw P. Diddy as the Joker, and I do not want him to be cast as that.
Yeah, I did see that. I'm not gonna lie. I did see Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake as Marv and Harry, and that was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, that was really fucking funny. And it wasn't just any Marv and Harry; it was Harry with the feathers on and Marv with the anvil impression, with the the iron after it hit his face. It was pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Sounds pretty cool.
It was. And speaking of, gentlemen, I hope you both had a good Halloween. And by low Halloween, I meant I hope you stayed home and did nothing. Maybe watch some scary movies. Hand down some candy.
We watched Unsolved Mysteries.
Of course.
And we watched The Hunger.
Okay. And
it's like a 1983 cult classic with Suzanne Sarandon and David Bowie.
There you go. And I just rewatched cartoons. So everybody wins.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, any on Pluther? Because I've loaded a lot of old ones.
No, I just rewatched my favorite Halloween Ghostbusters cartoon, When Halloween Was Forever.
Oh, there you go. Well, I did load all the real Ghostbusters.
And Leo, I told you how much I appreciate you on a daily basis. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm trying to rebuild like the Saturday morning cartoons, experience. Like I found the old Pac-Man cartoons, the old Donkey Kong cartoons.
Okay, Street Sharks. Thank you. All I want.
I'll take a look.
And it's also funny. I don't know if I told you this, but I guess I have a tradition now for Halloween. I just walk around my neighborhood, at least for like about an hour or so, and just as a Ghostbuster, just to see people's reactions. It is so funny because I'm just nonchalantly walking, like everyone's like I'm just like, how you doing? You know, Fred. Yeah, how you doing? You know, and I just these people like, and I'm just like, how you doing there? Happy Halloween. What's going on? You know, some people, you know, the drive by like, and then you get the people like, I think my favorite is you walk past these kids, like the younger children are like, wow, this is amazing. Teenagers, I forgot how checked out you are as a teenager. Like even as a teenager, like, oh, that's a sick costume. Some of these people are like, all right, whatever. Guys dressed as a Ghostbuster, who cares? I'm just like, are you this checked out? Like I was like, did I miss something? Is high school this bad?
Yeah, they're unaffected.
And then there was this, and then of course there's one kid. Oh, who are you gonna call? I'm like, hello, and he's like, that's not the line. And he just, I'm just like, why is there always that one kid? Like, I was about to say, if you call me He-Man, I'm done.
I'm
whatever.
sorry. I would be the kid yelling like, "Who are you gonna call?"
Somebody else.
That would be me.
And I would quote Casper in response. Who are you gonna call? Someone else, and leave. Which I did rewatch, and I just want to say, everybody, I don't care what season it is. Casper, please rewatch. It's still just as great when you're an adult as when you were as a kid. As an adult, you appreciate all of the cameos in the beginning so much more. Moving on. More news, please.
Yeah, Evan Peters is in talks to return as Ralph Boner in Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
Wonder
Okay.
Man. Yeah.
And
So
Wonder
we're
Man
finally
has
getting
now
Wonder
also,
Man.
Leo, been cast as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The titular character is going to be the gentleman that played Black Manta in the Aquaman movies. And I'm only not going to say his name because I know I'll butcher it.
We are 10 days away from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever.
They keep on releasing shorts. There was a it wasn't a short, it was like a featurette about Namor that was released today. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Okay, Skeletor, LOL, and Jabo says, let's talk about the new Dungeons and Dragons figures that are coming out.
Well, if you were on the show, then you would be talking about it, but you ain't hitting the link, Jay.
Right.
And I know you're going to kill me. I know you're going to kill me. I know.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over Jabo's coughing. But you were saying something about Skeletor or Dungeons and Dragons? Like there's new action figures coming out. There's new toys coming out.
Jabo mentioned that, but there's always new He-Man toys coming out. Same thing as Transformers.
I just feel like Jabo is like our toy Mephisto that is just always tempting us to spend the money we don't have, to buy these things that we'll love but we don't need. And when I'm talking about these individuals,
yes.
And when I'm talking about these individuals, I'm talking about Leo Pond. Okay? Because I don't care about action figures. Rich, I mean, he could care, but he'd rather do other stuff. And me, I think it's funnier to watch Leo literally squirm in his seat when he sees these things. Just like, this Generation 1 Transformer coming out in a glossy, chrome.
Hey, speaking of toys and news, I was wondering what you guys thought. So there's a new pop of Jeffrey Dahmer, and it comes with a tub full of body parts.
Ooh.
No.
Is that too far?
I mean,
we've had Spawn toys with body parts before. So is it because it's Funko? Is that pushing it too far?
I'm sorry. I feel like it is because Spawn is a fictional character and whatnot. So that kind of thing. I mean, yeah, could it be kind of teasing the line? Sure, but I just feel like something like that I feel like you're glorifying it, and I feel like you're making him a celebrity. Thank you. J-Bo is saying, but Spawn is a fake character. Dahmer is real. So you're supporting that. I just feel it's a little disrespectful. I don't know if actually I take that back. Not just a little distasteful in some way, because it's like, how is let's say these families who Dahmer's killed their relatives, how are they going to feel they see that? You know?
Sure.
Like, I don't know. I've spoken about this before. We're in a weird day and age where I think being a serial killer, you have become more of a celebrity. And there's this idolization for some of them, which is just odd to me, because it's one of those where it's like, are you looking up to this person who you shouldn't really? Like, this is not a good person. They've hurt people. They've killed people, you know, but you're wearing like a badge that has their name on it, you know? Like, well, I don't, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that definitely crosses the line. I mean, you shouldn't sensationalize, you know, any sort of like real life violence like that. You know, if it's, you know, a character, you know, that's fine. But somebody real that, you know, affected somebody's lives, that's pretty fucked up, you know? And Dahmer, there's still a survivor out there, right?
Yeah.
I thought like one guy actually survived and got loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, and I brought it up because it made me feel weird when I saw the toy come out, and I was like, oh, that feels odd. I don't know. And then I was trying to rationalize it because I was like, okay, well, I've had gory toys before, but yeah, I guess I didn't know what the connection is. But Drew, because he's a real person and it's affected real people and harmed, you know, multiple people. And listen, I'm not saying like, because there are collectors of that kind of stuff, which I guess is not really over the line, because if you're keeping it to yourself as a collection, you think that is interesting. I kind of get that. But if you're out promoting it and pushing it, like on T-shirts, like you said, on pins, on toys, maybe that's a little too much. I think I 100% agree.
Yeah, that's just how I feel about it, you know. And again, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but me personally, like I said, I'm not buying a Dahmer pin. I really don't care to watch the Netflix special, just because I don't really have a great fascination with serial killers. If it's on, you know, sometimes you want to read, because it's one of those where hearing the story, you're like, wow, this is real. You know what I mean? It's like when you read, like, when they're doing a biography about like Jack the Ripper and whatnot. They're so long ago, it almost feels like they're not real. But Dahmer was within our parents' lifetime, you know?
So, apparently Evan Peters, he was saying that he wore I think like 15-pound weights on his arms for like several months to prepare for the role.
Why?
Because Dahmer apparently didn't move his arms while walking.
Dahmer was very big. Like, he was very slow moving, which was surprising, because you'd think about, like, you know, you think being a serial killer, you got to be very fast. You know what I mean? But he was kind of very like molasses moving kind of guy, you know. So you're just like, you really? Okay. But then again, sometimes some people dress like, you know, clowns at parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jabo says he will have the Unicron 10-inch pop at Rhode Island. And
we'll see you there, Jay.
Totally. And another big news: Ghost Rider HasLab has died. So they were trying. So they were trying. So HasLab, Hasbro, they do these specialized toys every now and then. It's kind of like an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter, where they'll go, "Hey, we need to sell 9,000 of these before we make it." They had a Ghost Rider car from, what was that, Shields of
Agents of Shield. Yeah.
Agents of Shield. Yeah.
$350.
No.
And
no.
9,000 they needed to sell in order to make it.
Sorry.
And what did they cut? They didn't come close.
No. But I mean, some of these HasLab toys are insane, but the price is just crazy.
Well, because Leo, again, they're being privately funded. I mean, I think I have to be honest with you. I think what really kind of did it was how quickly something like the Afterlife proton, the
What's
target
up, boy?
man himself.
What's going on, guys?
I mean, hello.
Yeah, I got a bad head cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hasbro does
I
these
haven't
things.
had-
They're almost like a Kickstarter thing. But Hasbro does this stuff. It's like a Kickstarter thing, but it's strictly funded by the fans of them. And that Ghost Rider thing, it hit its 5,000 backers, and it was supposed to get up to 8. As soon as it hit 5,000, backers started dropping like flies, and it went down. The thing is, I think that really did them in was the waiting till they hit the tiers to release the next figures or what the next special thing was. I mean, they were coming out with an awesome Mephisto figure, very, very nice sculpting. They were coming out with a Madeline Pryor. Leo's not paying attention.
I'm looking at HasLab right now.
Yeah, like you said,
he's totally paying attention. He's paying too much attention.
Yeah, Leo, don't look at the pictures because it'll make you want it even more.
Oh, I know, but I mean, like,
scroll past that Unicron. Don't look at that, Leo. That's never happened.
Dude, I mean,
Gabo, what is that big Galactus I keep seeing? What's that go for?
That right there was $350
for the Galactus.
Yes, for the Galactus.
Hoo-wee.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a beautiful piece.
I know someone that has 3 of them.
3 of them.
Yeah, I know someone that has 3 of them. I know someone that has 3 of the Razor Crests.
Yeah.
I mean, the Razor Crest was worth the money well spent, but some of them.
It's
Leo,
32 inches tall.
What's the wholesale price if you own a comic book shop on that?
I know where Leo. I know where you can buy a Unicron, but I don't think your wife will let you drop the cash on it.
Yeah, I know. No, it's
no.
Stop looking at Unicron. Stop looking at Unicron.
Put the Unicron down.
Holy crap!
Oh my god.
Their sail barge was the first thing that went, but go back to the Ghost Rider thing.
Yep. Oh my god, Leo, I swear to fucking God, you're like a kid with a fork and an electrical socket. Stop putting it in
now, there. This figure had the possibility of making it, but I think what happened is Hasbro took their time to release the extras and the other perks for it, because if you look at the high-res pictures on these things, I mean, they're amazing. I mean, all the smoke comes off the back, everything lights up, makes sounds. You were getting a really cool Ghost Rider, 2 versions of him, the human head and the Ghost Rider body. Came out with a lot of stuff, but I think they just took too long with releasing these tiered perks, and like, wow, yes, I'm going to get a Mephisto figure finally. Yes, it's really good. Oh, Madeline Pryor, who hasn't had her? Pun intended. Because, but like I said, that's what killed the Rancor pit. They were coming out with a Rancor, and that died like within 50 days. It was dead.
Were they? Oh my gosh!
So wow. I mean, the prices are just insane, though. I get like the quality is there, but
but you got to figure, Leo, too, that the price in plastic has gone up tremendously. I mean, but it just to me wasn't worth it.
Yeah, could I be wrong, J-Bo? But like the sculpting that, I feel like I've seen toys for like under $70 that look better than that.
Yeah, but this figure was over 3.5 feet tall.
Oh. I didn't realize that. Holy crap.
Yeah. And also, Leo, the reason for this is, again, these things are essentially being crowdfunded. These are like you're pilot funding.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like projects like, again, the HasLab Afterlife Proton Pack showed that if you give the nerd something big, they'll shoot for the stars. But again,
Oh yeah,
you got to do it in a particular way.
yeah. And that proton pack, that proton pack hit its goal in under 2 hours.
Yep.
Like under 2 hours, it hit its goal. Now we're just waiting for it to be shipped out. I mean, it's spot on everything.
Oh,
but
I know.
Look at the
And
price of it, though.
Oh no, but exactly, and that's the thing. Like, I considered buying it myself, but my partner was my voice of reason, and she was just like, "Do you really need another one?" And of course,
That's what
with
my wife says.
mine,
Do you want to go on a vacation or do you want to buy a toy? And sometimes that toy's like, oh, yes, come and get me.
Well, you've been on a few vacations lately, so I imagine that you've been resisting some toys lately too.
I have, Rich. You know me. You've known me for a while. Toys are like crack for me.
I know.
Yes.
I had some.
I'm waiting for when you find a toy that'll hook me, because then I could just see good.
Oh, so you mean I shouldn't tell you that I have the original 12 back?
You know what? That's not nice. I've never really said anything bad about you, and you are.
I don't even know what that
there's
is.
some
What
bad
is
thoughts
12
brewing.
back?
Oh,
So
see, Rich, we can never talk again, Rich. Drew, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Is that a Ghostbuster toy?
Leo should pull up what the original 12 back is, and then Rich can read about it later. Because Rich, this is something that you should know.
Okay.
It's let's put it like this. It was a part of everybody's childhood back then.
Okay.
And let's just put it like this. It's one set that will never be sold until I die. And I told my wife that she could sell them.
Okay. When did that set come out?
That set those were mail-aways.
Oh.
So when Star Wars first came out, they really had no figures. So they were pumping out stuff. They were trying to pump it out as fast as possible. So they came out with this thing where you could do the mail away for these 12 original figures.
Mm.
And you had to collect your things and mail them out. Then you'd wait for them to come in and stuff like that. And some sets have gone for like about 27 grand. Like if they're mint condition, and I mean mine are kind of banged up and stuff. But
so this set came out in the 70s.
Yeah. This was released in the 70s by figure. Weren't like a whole pack of them.
Well, I mean, I had them as a little kid. I had the individual figures, but I don't remember that set per se.
Oh yeah, this set that you got was the one that you mailed away for.
Okay.
It's like the notorious and infamous rocket firing Boba Fett figure.
Was it like in the back of a comic book ad, or where
it was on the back. It was on the back. It was actually on the plastic of the figures themselves.
Oh, on the regular figures. Okay.
Yeah, and like I said, we never got that rocket firing Boba Fett because parents are worried that, oh, you'll shoot your eye out. Like it was. I can't read that. I don't know who's saying that.
Jessica says
Jessica is saying you don't need any more figures.
It's Jess and my wife were kind of like my conscience. Like I went to Disneyland, Rich, and I went to Marvel's Avengers Campus.
I know. I saw some of your pictures.
And I'll tell you right now, I was very good, Rich. My wife was surprised. I walked through Galaxy's Edge, didn't come out with anything. Went through Avengers Campus, didn't come out with anything. But that night when we got home to the hotel, our friends gave me the Spider-Man web shooters.
Nice.
And
I have a question for you.
$35.
35
for the web shooters? No, you don't even want to know about
is that for
price.
both of them or for one each?
That's $99 for. That's $99 for the set.
Okay.
Go ahead, Leo.
I was gonna ask, and I know they don't, but the Galaxy's Edge, they had like a Smuggler's Run Falcon. It was like from the vintage collection.
I have not seen it. The only thing I've seen for the Millennium Falcon is they're coming out with the Micro Machines again, but they're calling them something else now. It's that little piece of crap.
Dude, this here, this is.
Yeah.
I love this. This is super detailed.
Do you know how many times I kicked that around in my store?
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Leo, don't
Yeah.
you love everything though?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He loves. He thinks everything is awesome.
I know.
Yeah. See,
They
like
are. They are.
Micro Machines are making there. That's another toy from the day that they're making a comeback.
Yeah.
Slowly and surely, they're coming back.
Yeah.
You know.
It's Jazzwares now or something like that now.
So, Jabo, since you came in a little late, did you hear our discussion about the pop, the Jeffrey Dahmer
Yes,
one?
the Dahmer
You being
pop.
the toy guy, what do you feel?
I think it's sick. I think it's something that shouldn't be done because that is something that has happened in real life. That's like saying, hey, why don't I go and create a recreation of 9/11?
Now, is that the first time Funko's done that?
I don't even know if it's a real Funko thing because I need to see pictures of it. Because some fans make custom ones, and there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to do it, do that, you know. But if you're going to do something like that,
I read though said that
so
they were releasing it.
Leo, look at here.
Oh wow!
Wow.
These are
awesome.
All metal. And they do make sound.
Oh, that's way different than the pair that I had in the 70s that just shot out a little thing that stuck on the wall.
A suction cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife brought him over. There's
Hi,
my
Ty.
wife. All right, now it's no more about me now. But they even come with a stand and everything like that too. But like I said, back to the Dahmer thing. Yeah. I mean, a lot of fans, you know, they do make customs. I've seen some really killer customs. Like I've seen a Vecna one. I goes, if Funko does not hire this sculptor right now to do this Vecna version, then Funko's lost. And this guy, you could buy it right from him, like right then and there. I'd say I'd buy it from you. That's awesome. But the Dahmer thing, because it happened in real life, I don't think it should be made. If it is Funko, I think it's poor taste, especially to the families that have lost people. And to the survivor of him. Like, no, let's not do it. Like I said, I don't know if it's a true thing from Funko, or if it's a fan one. I'm hoping it's not, because I think Funko would probably bury itself. Like, because remember, families are still around from that guy, so like that he's killed those people. They'd have it. That's like blood in the water. Sharks would come after them, and they would be hit with some serious lawsuits.
Yeah,
you know,
and plus I feel like Funkos are eventually going to die out soon. I mean, honestly, I haven't bought one in ages, and I keep seeing a ton. I'm like, I don't care. I know this is weird, but I'm just like, okay. Like, I feel like you kind of grow out of it. Funkos, but that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Well, like I said,
I've never caught the addiction, but apparently, I mean, if you get it right, some of them have some really high values, and I don't know if that's luck of the draw or.
Well, so when this fucking pandemic, pardon my French, happened, I was out of work and I needed money, and I had to dip into my grails. Grails are ones where they destroy the mold. You're never gonna get them again. I had a 1950s Elvis pop. I bought it for $8. I was going to send it down to my brother-in-law, and I, you know, we were like, all right, let's just see what we can do. Sold the 1950s Elvis pop for $7.50.
Wow.
I mean, it helped pay some bills, and like I said, like Rich said, it's the luck of the draw. Now my wife is bringing this in, Leo.
An Omicron pop.
Yeah, this is the Unicron.
A Unicron, sorry.
This is the Orson Welles of action figures, or pops, I should say.
Yes.
Just curious, how much is that going to be going for?
Ty, what do I have? What do I have them priced at? 70.
Infinity.
Can't get them anymore. I mean, this is what I do, and you know this. I don't price my stuff up a lot, and when I do, it's maybe by 10, maybe $5. I just tell people, I goes, listen, if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. I don't force it down your throat, you know.
Right.
But I mean, I had one guy come to a con, came back to my table 4 times before he decided to buy a figure, and I walk away from my table for 5 minutes, and then I get a notification on my phone that someone has purchased your so-and-so for this amount. And I'm like, all right, he came back. And I tell people that. I goes, listen, if you just get in here, yeah, that's great. You saw my booth and everything like that. But go look around the con or the event or whatever. Just go and look at it. Enjoy the show.
Right.
And some people look at me like I got two friggin' heads. I goes, that's because I'm not a scalper like you are. I don't have a brick and mortar. This is something that I do. I've been doing off and on for the past 10 years, 12 years. And I enjoy it. Do I make money? Yes. If I make my table, I'm happy. But I get to see everybody. I get to see all the fans, except for Deadpool, because he didn't want to come by my table.
I shut your face. I walked over all that con. You weren't there.
Oh,
Deal
you
with
just
it, boy, man.
You
Okay?
just didn't look for the booth with the flashy lights.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You know
are
what?
you
In
going
the
to be
mobility
in your
scooter.
dinosaur this weekend, J-Bo?
Am I going to be a what?
In your Deadpool? Not your Deadpool.
No, my
your
Venom dinosaur, no. Just because the way my head's been lately in my eyes,
That was
we
really
decided
cool.
that it would not be good for me to be as my Venom T-Rex.
Gotcha.
But I'm just gonna go there. I have a table set up. No, you can't be Venom T-Rex, Ty. I'm just yelling at my wife.
Wait,
now.
who's Ty? Who is she? Is she helping someone at Rhode Island?
Ty is going to be actually working my booth, and we're going to be selling some of my friends' stuff too.
Oh, because usually she helps out with the celebrities.
Yes, not this one. She's not helping with celebrities. This is just like a break
I
thing.
never do celebrities at Rhode Island.
So you heard her. She never does the celebrities at Rhode
I
Island.
do travel for them. I don't work the celebrities.
Yeah,
I got.
She does some travel, but she mostly, when we do celebrity handling, it's mostly at Fan Expo.
Gotcha.
We were Ewan McGregor's handler and line control for him this year, and his autographs were crazy.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
Yeah, $250 for an autograph.
That cash.
Yeah, it was $250, then another $10, Rich, to get an 8x10 that you needed to have signed.
And that's just for an 8x10 picture.
Yeah, and that's just for an
signed.
8x10. Yeah, not even signed. So it's like you figure it's $260. I had a guy come through the line, had 16 of the premium autographs that were $300 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
16 times 300.
Wow. Hey, Joe.
So I goes, please tell me you're not putting these on eBay. He goes, no, these are going into the Star Wars man cave. And I asked him, I goes, do you do IT for a living? He goes, yes. So when I want to decompress, I go into the man cave and go into my own galaxy.
There you go.
So I mean, like I said, we have fun when we go to the cons. But Dahmer is a douche. Funko, if you're listening, if you make that pop, you will just commit like the bad thing of Harry Carey and all that stuff. It's not
Rude
good.
to death.
Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it. It's bad. So on that thing right there, that's how I feel about the Dahmer pop thing. Like,
all right, thank you.
Me and Drew are on the same page. It's just not. It's not cool. So what else? Don't talk about Andor because I haven't watched any episodes of it.
I should be the Venom.
No, Jess is wrong. Jess, if you're watching, you're wrong. You're not gonna. Ty's not gonna be the Venom T-Rex.
Or is she? Come to Rhode Island to find out.
So J-Bo, apparently I'm the only one that's watched Andor, and you're not missing much.
All right, I don't know. I've heard people say it's really good. I've had a friend that I've talked to. He says he's loved it.
It's a slow burn. I can't stop watching it, but when you think about it, how boring it is. But it's
why you don't want to see the guy with his living in his mom's basement after he loses his job, and I mean that could be a whole nother series,
Yeah, I mean it definitely shows a whole different side of Star Wars, but yeah, Joe says they need another King Tut pop.
Yeah.
No,
Jay, I gave it a. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Drew.
I was going to say, J-Bo, the reason he's so hesitant because he's afraid that that's him in another universe. That's the Leo.
It probably
Khan
is. It probably is. I won't lie. Leo's got his little cap on, and he's got his green screen background there. Yes, Emperor. I totally agree. We should definitely go to this planet and take it over. But I have to stay in my mom's basement just because she told me that I can't leave or I will get in trouble.
Okay. Thank you.
But I it is on my watch list. I haven't had time. But as soon as I saw Tales of the Jedi, dude, first thing I did is I searched it on my Spotify, pulled up the entire playlist for that entire series, and I read comics to it.
Oh, nice.
It's just a good soundtrack to that series to see characters.
Yeah.
Like I found out that Liam Neeson's son voiced the young Qui-Gon.
Oh, really?
Yes, Liam Neeson's son.
I thought that was actually Liam Neeson. That's wow.
No, Liam Neeson did the older voice of the character in the series, but the younger one was his son.
Yeah.
Me and Drew got the right thing to do.
It's a good watch because they're what, like not even like 15 minutes a pop.
No, they're I think the longest maybe is 28 minutes.
Yeah.
But very good series. I tell people watch it. You don't need to see the first 3 episodes because these just lead into them. But thank God Yaddle does not talk like Yoda. Thank God.
Yeah. I think they did that on purpose because I think we're gonna soon hear Grogu speak.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not. Like Carl Weather says, do the magic hand thing, baby. Baby, do the magic hand thing. And I'm like, yeah, don't. I think there's more mystery to him not talking.
Also he's so friggin' adorable.
Is he on the cartoon?
He
Or are you guys talking about in Mando?
We're talking to Mando. Pay attention, Rich. Okay. Pay attention.
Just making sure.
Butterflies.
Hey, you went from
here,
cartoon to Mando. There was a seamless no.
Well, it was through Yaddle because Yaddle she talked regularly, and that's the only other like Yoda type character that we've seen, other than Grogu.
I don't know who.
Right, Grogu, I think just does not need to talk for like at least another season, because and I don't know, it just adds the mystery to him, like the Mando really doesn't understand him, but he says, "Here, have this knob from this one thing that I need to fly the ship," That's just how it is. But what else are we talking about? Because me and Drew we're chilling here.
We're just chilling.
Well, I saw that Cameron Crowe, the director, apparently he's trying to throw his hat in the ring to do a Dazzler movie.
Why? Why in God's name?
He's got a thing for Dazzler, and he
No.
Dua Lipa should be cast as Dazzler.
No. Fuck no.
Okay, see, the thing being is, Rich, Cameron Crowe has a thing for the 60s and the 70s.
And that's the only reason why he wants to do it.
Exactly.
He wants you to be tripping balls while you're watching the movie.
Yeah, he likes it because
And what's wrong with that? What is wrong with that, Jay?
I don't want to see that. So let's see this about the one big warning that'll come across the entire screen. Flashing strobing lights may cause epileptic seizures.
So no Ant-Man and Quantumania.
No. Listen, the 70s.
Sorcerer Supreme. They've got all that flashing. Inducing.
No, not like the 70s would. Remember disco balls.
Okay.
Remember those? Those were. There's my cat's tail.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, no disrespect to Dazzler, but she has
actually really quick. Joe just brought this up about Stargirl, saying they need to keep going. They
canceled that.
Season 3 is going to be the last.
Now, did they start season 3 yet? Did I miss?
Yeah.
Did it start?
They did.
Oh. Yeah, and the new Titans drops, I think, this Friday.
Oh, sweet.
So, I mean, I only watched 2 seasons of the Titans, and then other things piqued my interest. I'm like, I must have ADHD or something like that, because I'll talk about one thing and I'll just fly off to another thing.
There's a lot of bird stuff out there. There's a ton of content, Jay. It's insane. I mean, Drew bitches about it all the time. There's so much you can't catch up.
No, I think sometimes there's too much.
I think I feel like What I would love is if we just took a year or two where we didn't have any nerd content, and they can work behind the scenes, film and stuff, let the rumor mill go. Just give us some time to breathe and decompress, and then stuff it down our throat again.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, give us a break. Like you said, we're gonna wait a whole year for the season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Right.
I mean,
and then and I'm sorry, it's got some high hopes, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping it's going to be amazing because I'm tired of mediocre or so Star Wars. I need epic.
So basically, he's talking about Andor. So that's basically what he's talking about, right?
Yeah. Listen, Jay, that's the first Star Wars thing I ever started and stopped.
See, I haven't watched it. A lot of people said like the first couple episodes they're really slow. You really don't get any action until it's like towards like the end, I think, of an episode. We'll see, because it took me a while to get into the whole like Jessica Jones series.
Mm-hmm.
My sister's like, give it 4 episodes and it picks up, and she was right. I struggled through the 4 episodes, and it picked up. It was a really good series, but if Andor is going to be like this, it might be one that'll just stay in like digital limbo for me.
I didn't do that.
You know, so but like I said, I have so many things on my playlist right now. I've just watched what the hell is it? Mark Wahlberg's Infinites. It was on I think Amazon Prime. Pretty cool series. Deals on with like reincarnation, but keeping the memories of that past life coming into the new body and stuff like that.
That's interesting.
I'd say give that a watch if you can. You know, if it's like you're 5 minutes into it, Rich, and you don't like it, then you can turn it off.
Absolutely.
But it was a series.
I'll give everything an episode.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is a movie, Rich. This is a movie.
Oh, okay.
It's not an episode. This is a movie.
Right.
But I watched it while I was in Vegas. And it was a really good movie. I liked it, you know. So,
all right. Well, we'll look at it.
Leo, did you have any more news? That might have wrapped it. No?
Yeah, I think that was about it. Other than new comics, Batman 129's out this week. So the fail-safe storyline is being continued. A lot of Batman this week. Batman and Joker, the deadly duo.
Always so much Batman.
Yeah. Like the whole front page is.
Where's the person holding that pillow on Drew's face so he can't say anything?
She's in the other room.
Drewson is in his private room.
Joe says, any like the new Thor movie? I love the new Thor movie.
I loved it as well.
Yeah, but I love everything. Black Adam was amazing.
I haven't watched it yet.
Who was super stoked about the end credit scene?
I haven't seen Black Adam yet.
I have not seen anything yet. Please,
but I already know that, and Leo
say
already ruined it for Drew last week.
I won't say anything else.
Fucking asshole.
He tweeted it himself.
No, he didn't.
I didn't know that. Okay, and the hell, man, I'm not on Twitter like that. You know?
Giving it about, I think,
who's on
30
Twitter?
days.
Who's
so Instagram. It's all the same thing.
It's all owned by almost all owned by the same company.
But yeah, Henry Cavill did the post himself that weekend. So
I'm glad he's back, though.
Yeah. Yep. Totally.
I'm sad that we'll lose him in Witcher because I think he was a really great Witcher.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The look though, I mean, the curl is back. Absolutely love it.
You're very excited about that curl, Leo.
Dude. Okay, I have to say, when I was a kid, I was such a Superman fan.
You tried to do your own curl?
No, I did my own curl, and up until like my
his 20s, he started losing it.
Exactly, like it wouldn't go away. I permanently trained my hair to curl, and it was.
I got enough to curl, Leo. I'll lend you some.
But no, me and my wife, we saw the Black Adam movie on Sunday, and we loved it. We thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, but Henry Cavill back as Superman, yes, but it sucks because we lose him to Hemsworth brother that I don't like that much. So
yeah, we are getting the Witcher 3 remaster in December 9th.
Ooh, nice.
And they announced that they're remastering Witcher 1.
Oh, okay.
That would be a nice playthrough.
Yeah. I started playing through Witcher 3 finally, and absolutely
About time.
Yeah, I know. I absolutely friggin' loved it, but I'm like, these graphics are so friggin' dated. Then I heard the remaster's coming out, so I stopped playing. It's not like I have time to play anyway, but yeah, I'll pick it up in December.
I still don't know how you do all these goddamn shows, Leo. I'm still thinking it's clones or time travel.
Time travel and lack of sleep.
Okay.
She uses the thing that Hermione. He uses the thing that Hermione Granger used. The time
time turner. Thank you.
Yeah, he uses that. That's how Leo does all these shows.
Yeah.
But I will say this: the one thing that I do have that is going to be at Rhode Island is I have my 10-inch Miss Minutes because she is going to be there herself, and I have my Force using Grogu. That is going to be there. It's like another pop. Like there's only been I think 5 or 6 pops that actually have lights to them.
And I gotta say, like, I'm kind of interested because it's always funny at Rhode Island because when I went, a few people did cosplay, but it's not really a cosplay con. Like it's really more like you go to meet
pop
people.
culture.
Yeah,
it's a pop culture thing, and
it's a little artist light, to be honest.
And to tell you the truth, too, a lot of people are afraid to use the phrase Comic-Con because of the whole fiasco with San Diego Comic-Con. Them trademarking the word Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
That's why you see a lot of them, like we have Super Mega Fest. It has comics, it has its artists and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a one called Bubba Fest down south. He didn't want it to be a con, but he called it Bubba Fest.
Right.
Name says everything, but it was down south. But they had really good celebrities. Come on, they had fucking Chuck Norris. Chuck fucking Norris they had there. Like he's the one that made the Transformers. They had Frank Welker there. They had this guy's con had so many people there, but he also had a shit ton of artists and comic book writers, and his thing was basically a fest. It was a festival of everything, and like I said, I would like to go and see the cons for celebs sometimes. Yeah, because there's that one celeb I would love to meet, But mine is mostly, I won't lie, is my toys and my comic art. I mean, I have someone that did me a big Orko painting and sent it to me last year during the COVID and stuff. It's hanging in my room right now, so I'm like stoked. Larry Kinney himself, the man, the myth, the legend. I see him every time at a con. He recognizes me. He's like, "Oh my God, it's J-Bo from Facebook." I'm like, "Yeah, it's me, Larry. I'm just here to say hi." I go and pay for an autograph from him, and he's like, "No, your money's no good." I goes, "No, you need to make the money. All right. If you have a guarantee, I want to make sure the show stays around longer. We don't ask for freebies. Everything I go, I pay for. And Larry's an awesome guy. Like he supports our Autism Speak stuff too. So like, love that man. People who don't know him need to search him because he did more than just the cartoons. He did the cereal commercial characters too.
Right.
Oh yeah, he does the Skittles commercial now.
Yep.
Oh shit.
He's an amazing guy.
And his daughter's quite a busy actress herself.
Yes, Reno 9/11.
Oh, she's in something else too. She's in a new show.
She's in Reboot.
She's been in a lot of
Reboot.
Yes, she's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that was her. I didn't know that was his daughter until he said, "Yeah, my daughter just finished filming her movie and stuff." I'm like, "What? What's your daughter's name?" And it was like, "Wait, I never really picked up on the last name until we put them together."
100%.
But I mean, like, there's some artists that I've backed and I've followed, like Ben Goldsmith's The Seance Room. If you guys have not read that, that's a read really good. because each room that somebody goes into has a different ghost.
Yeah, we had Ben on what, like 6 months ago.
Yeah,
Ben,
yeah.
I think we did cover Seance Room.
Let's put it like this: I backed it, so I even got the vinyl album.
Nice.
For it, and I tell people, you get a digital copy of it too. But I goes, listen to that while you're reading his books. And I'm telling you, it goes right to it. Like another one that I backed was Chris Campana's Adventures of Parker Reef. Very, very, very awesome story, gut wrenching. Because this character was based off his son that had passed away, after childbirth and stuff. But I backed him. I read that story. I backed Joe St. Pierre, another good one too.
Yep.
Keith and Amy Gleason, the Mighty Mascots. Fucking serial characters. Like box serial characters come to life and stuff like that. It's like what was that old cartoon? Come on, Rich. It had the lasso man, the baby with the cape and the.
Oh, you talking about the Super Harlem Globetrotters?
No, not the Mighty Heroes. The Mighty Heroes.
I just added that to Pluther.
Yes, watch that, Leo. You'll laugh. But like I said, I mean, that's why I miss Saturday morning cartoons, man. We used to get up 6 o'clock in the morning. We'd sneak out, turn on the TV, and from then until like 12 in the afternoon, we were glued to the TV.
Oh yeah, Hanna-Barbera was my friend.
The Hanna-Barbera hour.
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera, Super Friends.
Yeah.
Tarzan, Batman, Super Hour.
The Herculoids.
Yeah.
Herculoids.
Space Ghost.
We'll have to do a thing about like old cartoons and
100%
talk about that all night.
Boomerang that shit, my dude.
Yeah, because that was my childhood growing up.
Miss you
Hi,
too,
Jeremy. We miss you too. We wish you came on.
Yeah, Jeremy. Stop playing with your room there and
your plans.
Organize your room, damn it.
J-Bo, do you have a streaming stick?
Do I have a what in a what? That's a little personal right now. I mean,
do you have like a Fire Stick?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
I have a couple of them.
You gonna be up for a bit after tonight's show?
I might be because tomorrow I'm off, but I gotta pack up all the stuff for Rhode Island.
Okay.
Because I do my load in on Rhode Island on Thursdays. I don't do I'm not up at 6 a.m. to go and load in at Rhode Island. Never. I'm excited because I might be able to get to meet the original Goofy, even though my wife married me.
Awesome. I've met him. Do it. Bill Farmer, fantastic.
Drew said Bill Farmer is fantastic.
Bertie's taken me to have.
Our friend Bergie is taking her to go and have it autographed because she actually got the pop of the Goofy movie like VHS cassette kind of thing they did.
Right.
So it basically has the pop in front of it, and in the background, it's the layout of the VHS cover.
Oh, nice.
Which is pretty cool. So she's a big Goofy fanatic. So everything
I've been collecting Goofy memorabilia for 45 years.
45 years she's been collecting that shit. That's why she married me, I guess.
Tara is my number one objective at Rhode Island.
Which one? Karen?
Tara Strong.
Oh, all right. Well, Miss Minutes.
Yep, absolutely. I've got my questions ready for her. She actually noticed me on TikTok yesterday, so I'm gonna be Friday and Saturday.
I saw that. Stop beating the dead dog. Okay,
I'm gonna be hovering. Hey, let me have my fangirl moment, man. Don't be hating.
No, my big one is Jason Marsden, because I've wanted to meet for so long, but and don't get me wrong, he was Max in the Goofy movie, he was Binks in Hocus Pocus, but for me, he was the voice of Roland in the Extreme Ghostbusters. I loved that show. I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan.
Shut up, Drew. You know you loved him in the Chipmunks movies.
Shut the fuck up, J-Bo.
We know you loved him. You know you loved Dave Seville. Now you make it. Yeah. Listen, I know I'm number one, Drew. Stop. You don't. Come on. I'm flattered, Drew. But yeah, a lot of people are very excited for him because he really doesn't do a lot of cons.
He doesn't, and that's definitely one that I definitely would spend the money just to that him. And I'm sorry, if there was a decent enough photo op, I would get a photo op with all three of us and William Daniels, because Mr. fucking Feeney, man. Mr. Feeney.
Not even just that, friggin' Kit from Knight Rider.
Well, listen, whatever it is for me, he was Mr. Feeney. So, and I just want to, and I already know the questions I'd ask him, because.
Surprised you guys aren't geeking out about John Cleese being there.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's just.
Well, Jackie Earl Haley scares me and fascinates me all at the same time.
Well, that guy is friggin' phenomenal. If they ever do another Watchmen thing or he comes out with his own thing, they need to get him again. Just because
awesome.
he was Rorschach.
I remember him going back to movies in the 70s. He was awesome.
Under my gamer tag on my Xbox, it has his quote from The Watchmen. If my hands were around the world of the throat, and stuff like that. And I tell people, I goes, watch the movie. It's an incredible movie.
Yeah.
But what else, Leo?
Well, the only thing we have is the book of the week. Did you read? Have you read Outcast before?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's by Kirkman, who we know from the Zombies fame, of course.
And Invincible.
Yeah. Oh my God, Invincible is so good.
And Invincible, of course.
Robert Kirkman.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll have to check it out, Leo. You'll have to send me the link for it.
It's pretty good. Especially
I won't lie, I do read a lot of my comics online because for me it's easy to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
With my dyslexia, it takes me a while to read things. So I did find a site. I'm not saying the site's name, but they also do old cartoons, Leo, and old TV shows.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
There you
go. Check that out.
Okay.
But I definitely, send me the link for Outcast. I'd like to read it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Definitely.
And let me see, what else? Hey, my booth is 210 at the Rhode Island Comic Con.
210.
Shameless plug.
There you go.
Shameless plug. But I will be selling tickets for my Jim Lawson piece, though.
Oh, I saw that.
67. We're up to 67 tickets. 76 tickets. Once we hit the 150, we're pulling the winner. Even Rob Van bought a ticket too. He sent me a message. He's like, Jabo, I just bought the winning ticket. I'm like, okay, I hope you win.
Sure. Good luck.
Because we met Jim Lawson over the weekend at BingCon.
Oh, nice.
And I'm telling you right now, my first time going to BingCon, and I actually liked it. It was a nice little con that you could go to, and enjoy it.
I've heard good things about BingCon.
Yeah, it's only $5 to get in. That's not a bad thing, especially to go to a con. It is comic orientated and everything like that. I think, it was about an hour and a half drive for us to get there, but it was really good there. Our friend Joe there was pimping me out to all the other artists and writers there. So I have a documentary of the Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie coming our way that we're going to use as a raffle prize at one of our Autism Speaks things.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, his documentary is called Doomed. Appropriate name.
Indeed.
That's awesome.
But Rich must be going to the bathroom because all you can hear is him flushing his toilet. But yeah, I think that's all I got. I'm worn out. Leo got me to come in here when I feel like crap. I don't have COVID.
I appreciate that.
I don't have COVID. We've been testing me daily because when I go into work, compliance.
Yep.
I check every day, but no COVID. But I think I just got that nasty head cold that's going around. So
yeah, that's I hear that hangs around for like weeks.
Yeah, I use a steroid inhaler to keep me going. So I get the roid rage.
It's like
Bane's venom. It's like Bane's venom. Yeah, I put it in my body and I'm good to go. Like, it helps. Maybe this weekend I won't cosplay, but I'll wear my Eye of Agamotto
Oh, there you go.
because Doctor Strange is the pussy.
Does it open?
Oh yeah, here. Hold on one second. I'll show you. You guys will like it. As I walk around my house right here. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna turn it right here. You ready? Can you see it?
No. Oh, now I can.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but the only thing that sucks about this thing, in order to turn it off, it's like those like little wind-up toys back in the 70s.
Yeah.
You have to do that to close it.
Oh.
So once it pops open, you got to screw the thing closed to get it done. But my wife is trying to talk me into bringing my Mandalorian pulse rifle Nerf gun to the con.
You shoot people with it?
I have not even opened it up yet, Rich.
Ah, still in the box.
Yeah, I have my Darksaber. Still have not opened that yet because we're looking to put places where to put some of them up on the walls.
Sure.
So, but yeah, we're just prepping for Rhode Island and stuff, and I just want to get rid of.
Are you guys
cold.
staying? Or are you going back and forth?
No, we're actually staying. We found a hotel that's not even a mile.
It's a quarter of
a mile away. Like I said, if you guys ever look for places to stay and you're not nearby, you should reach out to Ty. She's a travel agent.
Well,
she books hotels.
Leo's wife works for a hotel chain, so we get the hookup too.
We don't like Leo then. Leo's wife works for a hotel chain. But other people like Drew, if Drew needs a place, my wife, you don't have to pay for it up front. You pay for it when you get there,
Sweet. My favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, no, Leo, your wife knows what she's doing. No.
Oh, yeah. Well,
No.
I'm actually kind of ashamed to say how much we got our hotel for. It's only one night, but it's absolutely insane price.
So, Leo, before I even get out of this thing, I want to show you something that you'll probably go apeshit crazy for.
Do it.
Because I know that I did it.
Do it.
And I'll turn on my overhead light. Maybe you can see it a little bit better.
Whoa, we're getting the overhead light. This is big.
I don't know if you can see it.
What the?
Oh, that's
Wow. Okay.
Oh, Ravage. Okay.
Oh, Ravage.
Yes.
Wow.
See, I don't know how to turn the camera around on the phone.
That's fine.
But that is the Ravage in the robot form, and he comes with the cassette holder.
Oh, nice.
So he was one of my big scores with my Zartan.
Very cool.
And the Zartan that I didn't like because he only changes color when he's out in the cold. So that makes
sense.
No, Rich, G.I. Joe.
Knowing is half the battle. Knowing is half the battle, Jay.
Yeah, and what was the one thing that Zartan did not like in the cartoon?
Cold.
That he didn't know enough.
That's true, but he was always in the sun and he would always turn blue.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I think that they kind of screwed up when they made that figure. He would only turn blue when he's out in the cold. Anybody would turn blue if they're out in the cold for too long. Then they go to black and then things start falling off.
Yes.
But that's probably one of the coolest figures because he comes with all the masks. One of Storm Shadow, one of Snake Eyes, and one with his normal face.
Yeah. So
but I do have the Serpentor figure coming.
Oh wow!
Everyone has now finally put a face to our toy man.
Yeah, I'm crazy. Trust me, I work at Target. I survive every day, as someone said in our group chat today. Compliance.
Yep.
Fuck compliance. I'm not a machine. But do you guys know where you guys are going to be located? Are you going to be wandering?
Wandering. We don't have a table. We're just guerrilla. We're guerrilla hitting up all the guests we can.
All right, cool.
Yeah, the goal is to see how many no's we can get in one day.
Yeah, and
Drew, you already got one no.
And it's not a gorilla. We're official. We have the press passes.
Yeah, you have the press passes, which I'm excited because then I get to see all you guys Again, I will have my
I got
Chewbacca
some
there.
great names here. I got Ahmed Best, Olivia Silverstone, Brecken Meyer, Brent Spiner, Carrie Jones, Dante Bosco, Danny Trejo, Dougie Doug, Ethan Suppley, Jackie Earl Haley, John Carroll Lynch, John Barrowman, and that's just a small fraction.
And John Barrowman loves to walk the con floor too.
He does. I've heard.
Well, I want to get a picture of him touching my butt. He likes to touch butts.
I know he does,
do
but
that.
after
he will do that.
Yeah, but he's been very wary.
Yeah, he got in
about
trouble
getting
a year or
close.
two back, didn't he?
No, it wasn't even trouble. It's some fan licked his face.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, so he's very wary about like how close.
Sure.
You know, but he loves walking the floor though.
J-Bo, do you got to remember that woman who bit Norman Reedus? I mean, come on, remember?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did any of you guys? I can't remember the actor's name. He was Mini Me.
Vern Troyer.
Vern Troy.
Yeah. Did any of you get hit by him?
Drew, you owe me a Coke. We said it at the same time. I said it first.
Hit
You owe
by
me a
him?
Coke.
What do you mean?
So I was hit by him once at a con, and he was
in a scooter, right?
Yeah, he would.
Oh,
drive
scooter
close.
hit you.
Yeah, well, he was known to run into people,
Oh,
like
Yeah.
on purpose.
I didn't
And,
know that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, what? You didn't see me down here? I'm like, no, you're too friggin' short. You know, I've had Peter Mayhew run over my foot 3 times at one show.
Oh wow.
Because for him walking, he used to use 2 canes, but when he would do the long distance walking, he would use a scooter.
Yeah.
I've
Rest
had
in peace.
Burt Reynolds hit me. One weekend we saw it. We were saying, is it weekend at Burt's? Because he looked like he was like gonna croak, but we found out he was also a diabetic, so his sugar was really low. Great man, did all his own stunts. Of course, it also paid the price for it too. That's why he was in his chair and stuff. But there's a lot of celebs that I'm excited to see there, especially Ahmed Best, because people just hated on him. You know, like, come on, man. He did a character that probably no one wanted to do. I think he's probably one of the most annoying characters in Star Wars, next to that lady and her droids from.
Oh, you're lucky Jeremy's not on the show. He will fight you.
No, I trust me. If I want to freak Jeremy out, all I have to do is open an action figure in front of him. That is his kryptonite. Like, he literally does not like that. But like I said, I'm excited for the show this year. I'll get to see all my friends. You guys will have to stop by. Leo, I'll sell you some stuff. I'll sell you some stuff, not a lot, because I don't want your wife to yell at you. But you know, I'll have some stuff, and you know, like I said, I'm not going to cosplay. This is just kind of this will be my last con of the year probably for selling anything. So, I mean,
J-Bo, he's got a $50 maximum. You can't let him go above that.
Well, let me see. That'll buy you a 2-incher. You see a 2-incher? It'll buy you
Hey,
that.
listen, what you guys do in the hotel room has nothing to do with the show, man.
Listen, you're jealous just because you're not part of it. Who didn't know the original 12 back?
I know. I'm for shame.
Shame on you. Shame on you. Put the cone of shame on you right now.
Actually, speaking of shame, holy shit! I can't believe I lost this. There was a Imperial shuttle that ended up going for, I think it was like $150 on eBay.
Was it one that had like the 3 wings?
Yeah, it's the 3
tri-wing, the tri-wing shuttle. That's what I call it, a tri-wing shuttle.
Yeah, it was the larger one that they made, the legacy one.
Yeah,
I've been trying to get one on eBay, and I found one that was like at a lower price, and
someone sniped it from you.
Well, I missed it. I had it on my watch list, and it was a busy week at work, and I just
that's what they all say, Leo. It was a busy week at work. I don't have this mobile app called eBay that you can use, and someone can get it. You know, it's not that hard, Leo.
Yeah.
It's a world of technology now.
It is.
But yeah, like I said, there's some old ones that I've seen, but I'll have to share the name of the place that he's really good with a lot of vintage toys and stuff like that. I can't remember where he's out of, but he's the one that has the Unicron.
Oh, nice.
I think Middleborough, I think it's in. Once I'll do is I'll find it and I'll send you the link, Leo. That way you can check him out. But yeah, he does have the Unicron. I don't know what he's selling it for. Probably $2,000.
Too much.
Yeah.
No.
So, but
All right. Well, thank you.
You guys be good.
You as
You guys
well.
can follow me on this thing. Maybe I won't get put in Facebook jail again because I had a
Back to
good
jail.
opinion for somebody. But you guys have a good night. It was great talking to you
Jay.
guys.
Nice chatting with you, man. Have a great night.
All right.
And
We'll see you on- yes.
Jabo, I messaged you, so check your check the Facebook group.
All right, I will do that, sir. Have a good night, guys.
Catch you guys later.
See you soon.
Actually, we're staying on. We're
gotta talk about Outcast.
Outcast, yeah. Holy shit.
We a lot, so we might.
You're gonna have to change the cover art to /toy show.
I know.
Toycast.
So this is by Kirkman
All right.
and Azaceta. And when did this camp come out?
I don't know.
Good question.
Years.
It was Image Comics, Robert Kirkman and Azaceta who did the art. And I'm surprised, Leo, you don't have the whole breakdown already.
So June. So it was 48 issues, and it let's see, it came out in June of 2014.
Wow. Okay.
Written and created by Robert Kirkman. Artist was Paul Azaceta. Letterer was Russ Wooten. And colorist was Elizabeth Breitweiser. And editor was Sean Makowitz.
Good old Sean.
Yeah. So who wants to kick this off, gentlemen?
Well, Leo, do you have the breakdown of what this comic is all about? Usually you have a little sublimation, a summary.
I do. So Outcast is a supernatural story that chronicles Kyle Barnes, a man whose loved ones have been involved in demonic possession since childhood. With his help of a clergyman, he tries as an adult to unveil what lies behind the supernatural manifestations and why he seems to carry special peculiarities. The first issue of this monthly comic was published in 2014 by Image Comics, and it had a total run of 48 issues. And before the first release, Kirkman also began to develop a television adaptation with Cinemax.
Yep.
Oh shit! And it began airing. So it had 2 seasons.
Oh jeez.
It was released.
Man, we gotta
find.
We're gonna have to find that. Yeah.
We should definitely do. Maybe we should look into doing that every once a month, or maybe every other month. We do a compare and contrast.
Hey, Jabo, we love your rambling. You know that's what this is all about.
Ramble on, my man.
Yeah.
But maybe we should do that every month or every other month. We'll do a compare and contrast. We'll watch a season and then we can, he's like,
I'll see if I can find it. It must be available for streaming somewhere.
Yeah,
I'd be excited to see a live action of this.
Yeah, this was really good. Like honestly, I it's a funny thing. I kind of avoid watching movies like this. In terms of horror movies, possession movies are not my favorite. Mostly because in some way I do believe in exorcisms and demons and all that stuff. So to me, it's a little bit more real than possessed dolls or supernatural zombie killers or boogeyman in a Bing Crosby sweater. But this was really good, and I just feel Kirkman is the kind of guy, he just works best on his own stuff. Like when he's working for like other people, like he's allowed to do stuff, but I feel like he doesn't have that same creative freedom and just flexibility that he does with his own stuff. His own stuff, like just paced well. And on top of it, he just picks great collaborators. I mean, I've met Paul. He did a lot of Marvel work. I know because he worked a bit on Spider-Man at one point. He's a great artist. But in this one, oh my God, his art style for the horror aesthetic of this book was just fantastic.
I thought it was interesting, Drew. There was like a little preface to the story where Kirkman is talking about that zombies aren't real,
right?
And that this was through his research. He believes that this is real.
Yes.
And I thought it was interesting that he delved that far into the research for this comic. I always find it fascinating when the writers delve deep into the subject matter. And some, I think, gloss over it and have a basic knowledge, and some really delve deep. Like we read that Magneto storyline about Auschwitz. That was another digging deep. And I really admire that kind of dedication in a comic book. It's pretty impressive.
Well, I think the thing being is that some people you just write the story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no offense, back in like the 60s and 70s, they didn't do too much research. You know, it was pretty basic. But I feel like now, the more you know, the more believable your story is, the more I feel like it just helps ground it. You know what I mean? You can't have a scientist and they're saying basic shit. You got to throw on formulas and all that stuff. And it's the same thing. Like, it's just the realism. Like, you know, Kirkman in his preface said that the town that he had the story take place, he knew that town. Like, he like grew up there or grew up near there. So he's drawing from, you know, memory as much as he's creating something fictional. And I think those are always the best stories is, you know, I mean, I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up in Westchester. So there were streets that I would drive down that were like this. My mom grew up in Milford, Pennsylvania. So I grew up there, and some of the streets over in Milford look like this with the kind of barnish, spaced out trees and the friendly, but at any second could be hostile neighbors, you know. And then it also plays on like the horror themes, like this whole idea that all these people, that something's not quite right, but you just can't put your finger on it, you know? Also, I will say, to credit both to Kirkman and his creative collaborator, the use of flashbacks in this series was just fantastic. And the thing I like about the flashback, it told you just enough each time you used it. So,
and Drew, interesting parallels were the religious aspects.
Yeah.
Where and I really like when that's done. I mean, it's done in its most pure and hopeful form. And it's real at the same time, because you got the preacher who's questioning himself, is questioning his abilities to be able to exorcise these demons while he's dealing with his own demons at the same time. So the humanity, it was very beautiful.
And I think also what was really nice, and after that, I want to hear what Leo thought, is I thought that we kind of went against a lot of horror tropes. Because when you think of possession, you think of head twisting around, crab walking down a staircase, projectile puking. Like, I feel like these were a little bit more terrifying. You're possessed people. They've got the insane strength. They're afraid of sunlight. They're growling. They're very violent. You know, it's just it's against the realism. You know, but for me, I felt it kind of had a little bit of an Invasion of the Body Snatchers kind of thing going. Like, you really didn't know who was possessed or not. And they always hinted at certain people could be, you know? So you really don't know. It's literally like, who can you trust? Because if you tell someone about it, if they're not possessed, they're going to think you're fucking crazy, you know? So, Leo, what do you think?
This was friggin' amazing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I absolutely loved it. The storytelling. So I love that. And you touched a little bit upon this, is, you know, like the backstories and everything. They just tell you just enough to keep the story going.
Right.
And it's they don't have to tell you everything, you know. It's not overdrawn or overkilled with story. You're just really drawn into Kyle's life and like, you know, what's his power, you know, what can he do that, you know, is fending off these demons, and you know, you also have this, you know, character that's sort of like the man in black, that's, you know, probably like a king demon or something like that. um just like the mystery of it, and just the real life story, you know, like Kyle losing his wife, and you know, just that fight with like Donnie, you know, on the street, and just, you know, they didn't need to tell you everything. It was just like that guy fucked up his sister, and he needed to take him out, you know. Yeah, the absolutely loved the story, absolutely loved the artwork. Just this was, you know, just perfect all around.
Well, you were impressed for sure.
I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely a defining trait. Definitely hearing us all talk about it. There was a huge amount of humanity in this story, and realism, and real life problems and things that have happened to people, and we've all experienced different ways that we're damaged, and this really reflected that, and I really felt like they were touching upon so much realness of the humanity and the damage that we've all gone through, and expressed that. And I only read 6 issues, and you had that on top of a story, on top of backstories going on behind the story. Because I know Drew pushed forward. Like we were supposed to read the first arc, but I mean, you went like 20 something issues in.
Yeah, I'm on 24. I'm literally gonna read to the end. So, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I mean, it's been awesome the whole time, especially because we see more of this character who we very much hinted could be the devil, but we're not really sure. Really get a bigger idea of the bigger plan of all these possessions. There is a link. I will tell that. Of course, there is a big sinister ploy going, but of course, you know, Kirkman is a real pro, and he won't give it away until, you know, he feels like he needs to. Yeah, this is just a great read. I mean, this is a nice little read to kind of still feel Halloweenish, you know. But like I told you, like to me, what I really liked is, again, there was this, and especially just watching Leo and his maniac flipping through fast as could be. God forbid anybody want to read anything.
Hey, we're trying to, you know, suggest people read it. It's not to give everybody, you know, the full story.
I know. Leo, fucking with you, man. Come on, we've done enough shows together. But the colors, they just wonderful. Like the coloring is fantastic because it's bright enough to get your attention, but it's still very muted. It's got like that older horror aesthetic going, you know? Like,
and look at this guy that, you know, which we think is like the main demon, you know, just that eerie smile and just a hint of red in his eyes is just psychotic. And you know, just there's a couple instances like that with characters that you just have that smile that just like tells it all, you know.
Absolutely. And it's just so good and thoroughly, and I feel like this is just definitely a good horror fan book, you know what I mean? And it's different, and now that I know it's been adapted, I definitely want to check that out because I want to see how well we did adaptation wise. No, but Jeremy did a great, I told him that when I spoke to him briefly. I was like, what a great read, you know. Definitely more of this, you know.
Yeah, it was a great suggestion, and another great non-superhero comic. And if you want to get in touch with a real side of humanity and people, and you like a good horror story, this is a great one. Absolutely worth the read. I'm probably going to move forward on this series.
Yeah,
not as fast as Drew did, but I don't know. I know I've definitely, it's 4.5 evil spirits ripping out of bodies for me.
I will second that. I'm gonna go 4.5, just because I, again, very rarely give a full 5. 4.5. I'll give that 4.5. So Leo,
4.8.
Wow, Leo, you
really enjoyed it.
Dude, I was hooked, and I haven't gone past issue 6, but I'm gonna load the rest of them on my iPad, and I'm just gonna power through.
Okay,
You know,
well, there you go, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I love the the paranormal aspect. I'm hooked on like those paranormal shows and stuff like that, and this is just like, this just nailed it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So we're at the hour and 40 mark, and as you know, we're all going to Rhode Island Comic-Con. We're going to be there Friday and Saturday. We got some rooms. We got some great guests that we hope to be interviewing, and hopefully we'll be putting all that content up on TikTok and YouTube and splash pages, this and that.
Yeah. And Leo, fair warning, since we're both driving down together that first morning, I'm totally sleeping on the way down.
Oh, no worries. I'm a very cautious driver, so you'll
Oh no, that's fine.
Well, we can discuss those details after the show, guys.
Okay, we'll wrap things up. Yeah, for me, just Google Leo Pond. You'll find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. But I run the Dorkening Podcast Network. Head on over to thedorkening.com. You can find all the latest episodes there. And Mr. Velvet.
Hey, thanks again, guys, for tuning in and spending your Tuesday with us on Splash Pages, the award-winning Comic Book Club podcast. You can catch me here. I'm Rich Davis here on the old Facebook. And you can find me on the gram as Velvet Joker 2021, the TikTok Velvet Joker 1, because I'm number 1.
Mr. Drew. It says, be well. I'm Drew. I'm online. I do stuff. I'm polite mostly. Be well. And find me as Ghostbuster 1984. Ghostbuster Man 1984, right?
That's right. That is correct, sir.
With that, we'll catch you guys there. Bye.
Peace out. See you soon.